where are you guys right now, by the way?
We're at our house in Carlsbad in like the basement.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now your house, that means all three of you like live together?
We do.
Yes.
Wow. How's that? Who gets the big room? Jordy, I'm guessing you get the big room?
I mean, I guess honestly, we pretty much have the same size room.
Yeah, true.
I would break out some.
He's not buying it. He's not buying it.
Yeah. Especially Cam, you're getting jacked on this one being the youngest. You might want to
Right.
go on to pull out that little measuring.
Or it means I'm getting spoiled. Or it means I'm getting spoiled.
True.
It could be that. You might want to pull out that measuring app on the iPhone just to. You might have to pay less rent if you got a couple inches smaller room. But you guys good? Happy? Healthy? Feeling good?
Yeah,
man.
it's a great day. The weather's good. Everything's great.
We just released new music, so we're excited about that. And
True.
the response has been awesome. So it is a great
Good.
time to be alive.
How do you guys stay healthy? What do you guys eat? You guys eat good?
I try my best, but I definitely have a sweet tooth. Like gummies, those get me. Other than that, I'm pretty good. But if you get some Sour Patch Kids in front of me, the whole bag is going to be gone.
Like, we cook good meals for sure, but the amount of candy and like energy drinks that we consume, that's probably a little concerning. But we eat pretty good.
Yeah.
And we work out too.
Yeah,
So,
we work out a lot and we surf.
I've got energy drink right here. Have you ever had these?
I heard
Celsius.
that's what Sebastian was talking about.
Oh,
The
really?
Celsius
Is it
one?
good?
Yeah, I heard it was fire.
The Celsius ones are really good. It tastes like cola. It's just like Coke. This is like turned into a energy drink commercial. Now you're talking like gummy bears, like those, like what are they? The Haribo or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, those are fire.
Oh man, yeah. Sweet tooth is that's the hard stuff to keep in check. But you're
Yeah.
doing it. I mean, you're all fit and stuff. But you said you work out as well. What kind of workouts are you guys doing?
I mean, I like to run. I ran like cross country and track in high school, so I just continue that now, just trying to run every day. And
Where do you run?
I like to run on the treadmill a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
running sucks, doesn't it? Doesn't running?
yeah. I personally really enjoy it because I have ADHD, so I have to have some way to like balance myself out to calm down a little bit.
Sure.
Have a little less energy, so I like running and like do any kind of calisthenics. Like I really enjoy working out. Honestly, running is like something that's super positive for me.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's hard. What shoes do you use for running? Sorry if that's a weird question.
I use New Balance. Are definitely the best. Like Nike,
Yeah.
not good if you're walking. Nikes work really well. It's a good shoe, but if you're doing any kind of long distance running, Nikes are not the move. Nikes are a bad shoe for that.
Yeah.
But
And
New Balance-
Asics and Saucony.
Asics are really, really good. I was using Asics for a while. Those were my track shoes.
Yeah, the New Balance, man, they came back like
They did.
they went out for a while, but
Yeah.
because I use New Balance as well. I have I think they're called like the Fresh Foam Zante
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
they're called.
Definitely.
Yeah, they look like the Adidas. What do you call
Exactly.
it? But the
Those
same
are
foam
what I-
bottom. But you like those, okay?
I like those a lot, yeah. Because like the sole's pretty thick, so when I'm running, especially on something hard like the treadmill, like I can go for a long time without my feet getting sore. But Nikes have definitely like a thinner sole. Like sometimes they even rip for me.
Yeah.
So if
I
I'm
feel
sprinting, Nikes work. But if I'm doing long distance, then I have to do New Balance.
Nikes are for looks, man, but those things are
They
so
are.
narrow. I can't.
They look
They're
so
clean
dope.
by
They look
that.
dope.
I work at Dodger Stadium as well, and I try to walk around in those. I'm just like, I'm done. These are
They look fresh though.
Yeah, true.
they look good, but I'm like the girl at the end of the night who's carrying her heels.
Right.
I'm just like, forget this. What else do you guys like to do for working out? Do you like you lifting? Are you doing any of that?
I go between I go through cycles. So I'll do 2 months where I lift weights, and then I'll do like 2 months where I do all body weight, like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, and like high intense interval training. And then surfing is like a crazy workout too.
Yeah, dude. The hit stuff is killer.
Yeah.
I just continue to do like the jump training for volleyball.
Oh, I feel
You know what
that.
I'm saying? It's like,
That hit stuff is hardcore, man.
Yeah, it's freaking hard.
our dad goes really hard with the hit.
True.
Especially on the joints and your knees and your elbows. Oh my God, that's awful.
We get bored real easily, so
yeah,
that kind of stuff keeps you like excited. And then for me, doing the cycles, once I'm like, okay, I've been doing this hit stuff, I'm getting kind of bored. Then the weights is nice because then it's like a change up from that.
totally. Yeah, and surfing, you don't even realize you're working out. That's like
Yeah, exactly.
it's like cardio that you even know about. And Jordy, like, what do you do while you're on the treadmill? Are you listening to music? Are you watching TV? Are you on YouTube?
I'm listening to music. That keeps me going for sure.
Yeah, man.
You can't work out without music.
Yeah.
It's like impossible.
Because it can kind of calm you down a little bit, especially if I'm like sometimes listen to even like chill music while I'm doing some crazy running training, and I can literally like slow myself down to be like smooth with the song, even if I'm working out at high intensity.
Are you like stepping with the beat?
Nice.
You're
Yeah,
like,
literally. Yeah, literally. I slow my stride down to feel more consistent with the song.
damn. But then you're thinking, man, I won't. I feel like I've been working out forever, but this song's only 2.5 minutes
Yeah.
long. Hasn't
Right.
even been that long. But it's good that you're eating good. By the way, apples and tuna is no joke. I learned that from you guys.
Oh, no way.
Let's go.
You checked out the Cooking with the Comments.
That's dope.
Yeah. I would have never in a million years thought of apples in that. It's such a
Oh, Dad and Grandpa.
Yeah,
put us
it's
onto
what gives
that.
it like that good
Sweetness,
crunch.
some
Yeah,
crunch,
it's
too.
like, yeah.
yeah. There's something about it. It opens it up. It's like putting fruit on a salad or something. It
Exactly.
opened.
Like
So
more
it's like-
flavors.
Sometimes we do grapes
Mm-hmm.
and then celery.
Yeah. Where'd you hell? But you guys learn all this stuff from? Are you guys watching these cooking nightmare shows and picking this stuff up?
A lot of it's our parents
Yeah.
and my girlfriend, and then also YouTube.
Yeah. Everything's on YouTube.
Yeah, if we're like, dude, I wish I could make that, YouTube has it. And it has like an in-depth video of it.
For real.
Or even TikTok, honestly,
Yeah, true.
has some pretty crazy recipes. Like I find myself on like the food TikTok pretty often, like desserts and stuff.
Yeah, there's good food
Live
and
How you do.
there's good food and life hacks and everything on TikTok. But
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
yeah,
5-minute life hacks.
are you do you go on YouTube and learn how to fix stuff like if the toilet breaks or something like that? Or are you like, how do I fix this? Let me get on YouTube and find out.
I mean, yeah, I'll type in pretty much anything on YouTube, like how to install lights in my car. Like someone might even know how to do it, but if I'm like, I want to kind of get a gauge for myself how to do it, I'll type it in on YouTube and then I can reference like, hey Cam, is this how I actually put in lights? Like, yeah, it's really that easy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, dope.
Or like I'll go on YouTube and I'll learn how to fix my Game Boy or my PSP. I really like tinkering with that.
It's always
kind
the
of stuff.
phone stuff. I'm also
Mhm.
having to figure out how to fix my phone on YouTube.
Isn't that amazing? The crap
Yeah.
you can learn on YouTube. We're going around the house trying to fix stuff that doesn't even need to be fixed.
Right. It's just fun.
It's like I'm gonna break stuff just to
This
just
YouTube,
so I
right?
can fix it. How's the last year? It's almost been a year since Sherry. How's the last year been? Are you guys? Did you spend all the Sherry money already, or what?
That's hilarious.
The last year has been awesome. Like Sherry and the first project really just opened up the doors for us to go and work on new music and explore new opportunities with like online. Like COVID kind of shut down live performances, but we got a lot of opportunities to do live stream performances and then some interviews like this and just a lot of like stuff that's leading us. We feel like we're slowly but surely elevating since that project. So it's been kind of cool to like grow, see our Instagram grow and like streams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, I didn't know because Sherry was in like June of last year.
Mhm.
And since then, like our lives have definitely changed a lot. Like I didn't know that we would get that many streams on like our first song ever. And like it opened up a lot of doors. People like watched our music videos and it was pretty crazy to see like the growth since just June. Like it hasn't even been a full year and we've accomplished like a lot in that 1 year since the time Sherry was released.
And we've learned a lot. And I feel like now there's always going to be so much to learn, but at least the initial phase of like doing music as a real job and like really going for it, we feel like we've gotten comfortable with like knowing what to expect. Like, okay, the music video day is going to be like this. The interviews are going to kind of be like this. It's like now everything just feels so comfortable and we're just having fun with
Because
it.
definitely like Sherry, that was our first music video. And that was a completely new world to us. Like honestly, it was like a kid in a candy shop. Like, whoa.
Yeah, and I'm wondering about Sherry as well. By the way, you're going to get sick of that song because a lot of people, even for a couple of years from now, who are going to discover you guys are going to keep going back to that. But I wonder, since that song was you had such a great response to that, are you keeping that song in mind when you go into the studio now and you're like, hang on, we have to do what got all these people, or it's got to be kind of a little mind game, hasn't it?
Sherry was great as a first release because it just naturally encapsulates like what we're about. So we don't even have to mentally think like, Sherry worked, how can we do that again? Sherry is just what we do, like a big portion of it. And it also is like the music video and the sound, like all hit on like where we live, where we come from, where we grew up. Yeah. So I feel like without even trying, everything that we do will have elements of Sherry, whether it's vibe or sounds or like aesthetic.
Yeah, definitely. But as far as just like the music in general, like when we go into the studio, we don't really like to have those things really influence us. We like to be completely free and just like whatever we're feeling in that moment, we'll create based on that. But like just being the people that we are is always gonna kind of lead us back to that kind of SARB energy.
Exactly.
Is there any sense of, and I don't know if maybe one of you is more so than the others who are kind of, I guess maybe the best way to word this is there almost like a voting type process where if you make a decision, you're like, hang on, that's not us. That's not this. That's not, even though it's organic and it's still us, but this is going a little too far away. Let's vote on this. Paper, rock, scissors. I don't know how you guys do it.
I would say there's not really like a voting process. It really is. I guess this could be like a very dry answer, but we're pretty much all on the same page. Like we like creating just art. Like we're trying to be authentic to who we are. So we don't have some sort of like, this is the kind of music we make. Like we're going to be these guys. We want everyone to view us like this. We want to be viewed at like who we genuinely are. And to Lenny's point, like, yeah, we go in the studio and we create what we're feeling. And it always is going to be a great representation of We the Commas. Like it's never going to stray. It's always going to be us. We're always going to have our harmonies, and we're always going to be, it's always the three of us making music. So
or you can go with the, hey, I'm the oldest, so quit screwing around. Go take out the trash. I'll make all the decisions.
The real cool thing that is like, for some people it could get in the way, but for us, I think it's our biggest strength. The fact that we're brothers and we've grown up together, our brains are almost like linked. So like it eliminates a lot of that. Like, what do you guys think? Let's vote on this.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
I want to do it.
We do kind of like
agree.
think the same thing.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like, it's weird. We're all kind of just like we'll link up in the studio, like all kind of having the same thing on our mind, and then like one person will bring it up. I'm like, dude, I was totally thinking the same exact thing.
Like literally every time, it's like, dude, I was thinking that too. Even if it anything from like the theme of a song, like our lyrics, even down to like guitar chords that start.
Or just like how you've been feeling that.
Yeah,
thing,
true.
You know
It's all like so linked.
But what do you guys fight about then? Because you can't. Nobody can get along this well. I have 3 sisters and a brother, so I've got 4 above me. And what do you guys fight about? Like, let's break it down. Let's be specific. Like, Jordy, what is something that Cam is into or Cam does, and you're just like, I don't get it, dude. Why are you doing that? Stop doing that.
Let's see.
Dude, this actually is a really good question.
Yeah, true.
Because it's gonna be some random thing like.
It's never like
something.
It might not be. It might not be. He's thinking about it right now. He's got some stuff.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't. We grown up together, and like we went through our immature phase where you just get like, dude, like that's my shirt. Like we went through all the BS of like.
Yeah, we used to
fight
like,
every time we saw you.
But it wasn't like this like malicious. It's like being a little kid that like fights with your brothers. You fight with your siblings.
Yeah,
like,
it's just fun to fight.
Yeah,
honestly.
like if you have nothing to do, you fight. You know, but like.
Lenny seems a little more aggressive than you guys do, by the way.
Honestly, he's the chillest one.
Yeah, quite the contrary.
Yeah, he's definitely the chillest. But I mean, I don't have something specific we argue about because I think we all have one. It sounds so cliche, but we have one common goal. Like we're trying to do music together, and like we even wrote down when we were first starting this as a band. It's like our brotherhood, like us and our relationship as brothers. That's the only way that this thing works. Is if that is a healthy relationship. This thing will work. We can't do this thing if it's not like that. And if we all have the same common goal of making this thing work, it really like the problems we run into are going to be so minute. Like nothing really could break what we're doing. Like we're brothers, and we don't really have it. Like
that's the key component. Like what makes us, like what completes the sound, what like completes the energy, like that we kind of feed off is because like we're so tight.
Yeah,
and
we're like
brothers.
Like what. We will talk to each other about very awkward and like just things that are usually really hard to talk about. We learned this from our parents. Like if we just if we're feeling any type of way, happy, sad, mad, we'll just lead with like this thing. I'm feeling this way because this, like what we're doing right now is making me feel like this. And instead of letting it boil up to a point where we're like, no, I'm done with that, dude. I am freaking done. Like blah, blah. We'll just say the stuff that would have maybe started off being like the hard talks. Now it's just pretty easy to be like, dude, I feel like shit today.
And Jordy, for that, because how much older are you than the other two gents?
Well, Lenny's the oldest.
Oh, you are. Oh, I thought for some reason I thought Jordy was the oldest. Okay,
I'm the middle.
got it. Well then, Lenny, how much older are you then?
I'm 4 years older than Jordan and 7 years older than Cameron.
So a lot of the things that the other two might be feeling or going through are also things that you probably have already experienced.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
Yeah, precisely.
That also, yeah, that helps a lot. She was
Yeah.
like, not like it's like similar situations, but I felt a lot of the things that they'll probably be going through now. Like, okay. And
Yeah,
then it
and
also
also,
helps
like,
you.
From like the youngest perspective, it helps a lot having Lenny because he is like, even though he's like, he's my brother and we like mess around and stuff, there's a certain element of like, you're on a different plane as far as like your wiseness and stuff.
Oh,
And,
thank you.
when you talk and stuff, we're really like absorbing what you have to say.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
like it's true, like you have felt or like gone through a lot of the stuff that I'm currently feeling or going through now. So like it's not like we're always going through stuff together. Sometimes it's like I'm feeling a way, but you can really help me or guide me through that thing.
I'm glad you feel like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And there's got to be a good balance on that too, because as much as you want to tell them what worked for you, you still want them to learn on their own. And I don't mean this in
I mostly default to shut the cluck up and ask me something that's like, hey man, this is how I felt during that. But like, it's better to just, for me, one, like, I always know I have so much more about life to learn. And there's things that they know about life even more than me. But I know that if they're going through something that I've gone through and like it would normally like annoy me or be like, oh, why are they doing that? I'm usually just like, oh damn, I was like 1,000 times worse. Let's chill a little bit, give them the benefit of the doubt, and like everyone's gonna learn life lessons and come out stronger.
Right. So you got to find it within yourself in a way to step back and go, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to watch and see how he works this out.
Pretty
Interesting.
much, yeah.
That's interesting. That's a really interesting dynamic. And, music aside, how does all this stuff carry over into like household stuff? Like who's doing what? And how do you guys arrange? Like, are you guys splitting the rent? Do you have chores? Do you have a list? What's your jobs? Cam, what's your job in the house?
We're very lucky to live with our parents. They're very supportive. So like rent and that kind of stuff, we're just living in our parents' house for free, which is really cool. And like we know like, especially because at one point in time, I was in college living out of the house and Jordan was in college living out of the house. And it was just way harder to stay on task doing the band stuff when we're living in different cities. We still live close. Like we lived in like San Diego proper. I lived in Point Loma, and then you lived in like Linda Vista or something.
And I was here in Carlson.
Yeah, but we just knew once we were like, dude, this is what the heck we're doing. It just made it way easier to live in the same house back at home.
And what's your jobs there? What's the jobs in the house? What's your chores? Lenny, start with you. What do you have to do in the house? What's your responsibility?
Mostly, we all do everything, but we have things that we focus on more than the others. I would say mine is cooking.
Mhm.
Okay. Cooking. Like who's killing the spiders? Who's responsible for killing spiders?
That's definitely not
If
me.
it's small spiders, I'll kill spiders, but
I got arachnophobia very bad. Like that's a
It's
thing.
pretty intense.
It's
yeah.
intense. Like arachnophobia for me has been a thing since I was little. Like if you ask anyone that knows me, I do not do
Yeah,
spiders. Like,
we don't do like
I've got
camping.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about, because I've got the same fear of spiders, and I find myself doing this more so than actually finding the spiders.
checking the corner, bro. I have spider senses, man. I check the corners. Sometimes I'll know, like I feel like there's gonna be a spider. There's been times where I've called it out. When I open my closet, there's gonna be a spider. I'm being dead serious. I'll slide open the closet, spider right there. Mom, where are you? I can't kill that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a, for the lack of a better term, it's kind of a mind fuck though, because you end up
Yeah.
spending more time looking for them than actually finding them, and it can be
Yeah, that's so true.
it
Yeah.
can be very paralyzing in a way.
Worst CBGBs. Like if I see a bug, then literally for 30 minutes I feel stuff shaking stuff
Oh, I
off
know.
me, bro. It's
All right, so none of you are killing the bugs then.
No. Our mom kills the bug.
You can kill some bugs. She really can.
Oh, you better fix that. Yeah. And speaking of, let's all come together and make this album work and stuff like that, because it's important, it's priority. How well did that conversation go with the girlfriends? Because I think two of you have girlfriends, right?
Yeah, me and Cam.
How did that conversation go with, listen, you're great and all, but the group is number one?
They're honestly so supportive.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend's just like, this is what you do. This is your job. I fully support you. It's only gonna make our life easier in the future if you fully commit to this. So like, do your thing.
Yeah, definitely. It makes it easy when they want something for you just as much as you want it for yourself.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you don't really need to spend a lot of time talking or,
Yeah.
arguing or anything like that. They like genuinely support what we're doing, and it makes everything so
They're like
easy.
our biggest fans, honestly.
Until you forget an anniversary because you're singing songs.
yeah, that's just on you though. That's just on you. Yeah.
Jordan, you're single?
I'm single, yeah.
What's the deal with that? How come you're the only one?
Dude, I guess I don't know. I guess I'm taking my time, not really rushing into any kind of relationships. I'm enjoying my single life right now. And it's
a good
also
age
dope
to
to
be
be in a relationship. So when it makes sense and I find a person I feel like this is it, then I'll settle down and do that.
Right. Good for you. And is marriage and kids the end goal for all of you
I
eventually?
would say yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
You all want kids, you all want marriage.
Definitely, yeah.
Good. That means you grew up around a good situation, then it's good.
Our
exactly.
parents definitely they set the standard high. Like they have a beautiful relationship.
They're very happy.
Yeah, and they've raised good kids.
Good, humble kids.
They've raised a couple of great kids. So we're looking for the same type of lifestyle that they've provided for us.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's cool. And you got to make sure and buy them a house when you guys.
Oh yeah,
man.
We love our parents so much. Like we want to hook them up as much as we possibly can. Like everything that we do now is because of them.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, scientifically, yes. And biology wise, yeah, you're absolutely right. So usually we would do interviews like this, like in the studio. We're in Burbank. Well, right now I'm at home in a closet, honestly. But like if you were up in LA doing an interview in person, what other things around LA would you be like, I got to do this and stuff before I head back? Is there anything that's around LA that you love to do?
What's the
Dude,
sandwich?
Fat Sal's.
I'm about to say
Fat
Fat
Sal's,
Sal's
bro.
We have to stop at Fat Sal's first.
What's that? Fat Sal's.
It's a sandwich place, and it's large sandwiches, like just oversized sandwiches.
And they have like everything.
Everything,
Like
very-
banh
yeah,
mi's,
very
like,
creative
You
sandwiches.
can do like chicken fingers and fries in your sandwich, or like
Barbecue
tater
sandwich.
tots.
Yeah, the barbecue sandwich is so
And they all have
So
fat,
good.
and they all have fat in front of them. So like it's like the fat Texan or the fat, and the place is called Fat Sal's. They also just opened one like a couple years ago in Pacific Beach down here in San Diego, but it's not the same vibe as the LA one. The LA one is just
It's a
definitely
little
more.
cool. It's a little cooler.
Yeah, it's a little
just-
cooler.
yeah.
Like, the music
Where is it? Do you know where it is?
There's
Isn't
one.
it in Van Nuys?
Well, there's one I
Oh,
believe
okay.
that's in like North Hollywood or like something like that. I can't really remember. I might be getting it
There's
wrong.
a couple in LA. I think there's 2 or 3.
Yeah,
Oh my
I've
God.
gone to one in Studio City, I believe.
Oh no, yeah, it was
Yeah,
Studio
yeah,
City, not
yeah.
Van Nuys.
And
I got to look that up because that's where I'm at. I've lived in Studio City for the past year.
yeah,
You're probably
you're
close.
probably
It's definitely
close.
worth it to hit it
Yeah,
up.
you're
It's
gonna
so
look it up.
good.
It's gonna be like 15 minutes away.
Just
then-
like run 10 miles before and you'll be chilling.
yeah, right.
I'll break out my New Balance. I'm literally typing it in right now to find out where the hell
Yeah,
it is.
it's really good. Like it really is, and their shakes are amazing as well.
True. There might be
Oh,
some
man.
cool people in there too.
Then
Yeah,
also, I love going to Santa Monica, going on the pier, and then whenever we go with our family, we always go to Bubba Gump's.
Oh yeah.
Like our parents love that place, and we get the trivia questions and stuff.
Yeah.
We know all the answers.
And you're good at
big-
that. Yeah, those are fun.
big one too is Universal Studios. Since we were
Oh,
little,
dude,
that's
yeah.
like
That's a
that's
big
like
one.
our we love amusement parks, and Universal Studios specifically is our favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the behind the scenes studio tour was
Yeah.
like what made me want to
Oh,
do my
yeah.
major in college.
Mhm.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, that's the first thing when people go. That's the first because that's the one that closes first.
Exactly.
Is the backlot tour. So you got to go
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
onto that thing. And you've been on it recently since it's got all the new like the Fast and Furious stuff on it.
We haven't been probably in like 5 years, and then we wanted
Oh.
to go the summer before quarantine started, but then it was like, okay, that's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. So now we're just looking for whenever it's safe, and I'm not sure if it's open now. I haven't looked into it.
It is. Yeah, for local
Oh, really?
local residents only, which is even better because of less lines.
It's not all crowded.
Yeah. Yeah, right now's a good time. That's awesome, man. Yeah, Universal is like the go-to, even just the experience of walking down City Walk
Mhm.
and they've got a Bubba Gump there. You can stop off on the way into it.
True. And they got
They
cool
got
action
right there.
figures in the
The
Marvel.
Marvels, yeah, the Marvel part of the park is my favorite.
So sick.
That's the Hulk.
Oh, you guys
I
got
don't even know if they have that. Do they have the?
Well,
They might not have Marvel anymore because it's owned by Disney.
Yeah, that's actually so true.
That was like when we were little kids that had like the Wolverine gloves you could buy and stuff.
yeah.
right. Yeah, I don't know. They've got a bunch of new stuff in there, of course, but man, I can't do like crazy rides anymore. So I try to look for
Really?
excuses.
Dang. I do the mellow ones
I
now.
love the crazy
Yeah,
rides.
I
man.
like the rides. Yeah.
Yeah. You like being shook up and everything. Yeah, some of those
Oh,
just
yeah.
are crazy, like the Harry Potter one.
Yeah, I've been skydiving a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Wow, man. You guys got to come up and do all that then. Yeah, that stuff is open. I'm wondering, since, I know you guys grew up with a lot of the music that your parents were listening to and stuff like that. And I'm trying to figure out how to word this. When you're listening to music like Stevie and, I mean, these different artists that you've talked about listening to, these are such established artists and guys who have been around for years. Now, when you're listening to your own music, how do you not compare it too much side by side to an artist like Stevie and give yourself a little bit of a break, if that makes sense? And it's
I
like,
actually don't think I do.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that as like, okay, if you don't like your own stuff as much as you like that, then like, what's the point?
Yeah.
because there's a danger in comparing something too much to an established artist like that who's been around for years.
I mean, you just have to it's a constant. That's a great question because it's just a constant thing. You have to remind yourself that you don't really want to be like anybody else. It's okay to be influenced by them, but I think to that question, I would say I don't want to be anybody else. We don't want to be anybody else but who we are. And there's never going to be another you. So maybe the same way that you look at like a Stevie Wonder or you look at like a Prince or Michael Jackson, those are like these big household names and that's really dope. And maybe one day someone will look at us like that.
Yeah.
I think
It's more so like you compare yourself, like I want to be seen as like the way I'm seeing you.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't really compare it like
sound
like sonically or anything.
It's more so like the work that they put in to get to where they got. We're comparing ourselves to like, okay, they put in that kind of work. We need to put in that kind of work.
That's a great way of looking at it. Yeah. Because otherwise it can be when you do a side by side and just going, man, ours doesn't sound like that. And that could be you could be really hard on yourself to the point where people can like give up.
you have to be really confident in your own sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And be super frank in your choices like you guys have.
Yeah.
I really love, and I know this isn't the song that you guys are pushing right now, but I really love the song, The Reason. And
Oh, thank you.
And I'll tell you why. You're using I grew up in the 90s R&B was it for me. New Edition, stuff like that, specifically Boyz II Men. And the way you guys are doing the way you guys are doing the background vocals on that song, because you're using the vocals as an instrument as well as vocals.
100%.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
That's
It's
dope.
really interesting. Like there's certain pieces of the chord progression and stuff like that could easily just be played on a keyboard, but the fact that you're using your vocals to do that that's something, man. That's special.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then you've got the leads could be like a little bit of Usher, but it's also a little bit of 21 Pilots. And you're like, what the hell is going on here?
That's right.
Yeah.
But on paper, none of it should work. But you guys have figured out how to make that work.
Yeah.
That's like, it all comes down, even though this wasn't part of like the title Sarb, it all comes down to Sarb, like all the things that influenced us as kids and that we even just love still to this day.
Mm-hmm.
We just feel like we are those things meshed together.
Mm-hmm. And I really think if you like all the things that like shouldn't work,
Yeah.
if you're doing like what's authentically you, it works. If it's natural, it really is who you are. It works. Like I remember
True.
watching this interview with Michael Jackson, and the producer was like, what are we doing in the studio? Like, what do you want to do today? And like he started like mouthing this bass line,
Right.
and they're like, okay, and like a dude brought out the bass, and he's like, no, and then Michael Jackson's like, no, like that is the bass line. I'm gonna get in the mic and I'm gonna do, ding, 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 ding. And he started doing with his mouth, and like on paper, yeah, if he wrote that out and said like, for this session, I'm gonna mouth the bass line, people would have been like, bro, like, what are you talking about? You're gonna mouth the bass line. But he was like, no, that's what I do. That's what we're doing today. I'm mouthing the bass line. We don't need like
It's just so
work.
him. It's so natural.
Yeah.
It just doesn't come across like it's forced.
Exactly. And we all hear that and go like, of course, yeah, that's Michael
Yeah.
Jackson mouthing the bass line. Like that's my
To the point where he was actually like my favorite song by Michael's called "Strangers in Moscow," and he actually beatboxed that whole beginning
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because you
Yeah.
listen to it and you're like, how do you replicate that on a
Right.
Yeah.
on a VSTI or whatever? But it's just like, man, it's exciting, but it's also risky because it's so much different than everything that's out right now. And how do you
Yeah.
guys get that confidence to just say, you know what, it's not cool today, but let's do this?
I mean, I'd say we've gone through our whole lives with like the two things our parents always told us: to shine like the star God made us, and whatever that means for you, shine like the person you are, basically, and never let fear hold you back. And that's been instilled in us since the time we were little. So it didn't even like weird us out that like we're at the beach surfing. There's no one at the beach that looks like us surfing, and people are looking at us. We'll get comments, people, you guys don't surf, you guys can't even swim, you're black, and it doesn't even like phase us because it's just like, yeah, we're shining like the person we are, and we're not letting fear hold us back. So with those two things in mind, we pretty much do whatever the hell we want to do because it's us, and no matter the feedback we're getting, not that it never hurts or that it doesn't make you like, oh man, I feel a type of way, but you just
Keep going.
You gotta keep going. Like with those two things in mind, never let fear hold you back is like the motto. If you just don't let fear hold you back, you will accomplish so much crazy shit.
Yeah, it'll take you a long way because I don't know, man. If you don't do it, you're never gonna figure out what the positive side is.
Mm-hmm.
And we're definitely experiencing a lot of positives from what we're doing, and I think that is what pushes us to just keep going.
Yeah.
And also like we've gotten to a point where we're not really afraid to fail.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even look at failure as a bad thing. And we'd much rather fail doing what we do. Because like I look at it as you're gonna fail no matter what. It's life. Like you're gonna go through ups and downs. So you may as well fail at the thing that you're passionate about and like that's completely you,
Mhm.
than fail at doing something else that's like the norm or what someone else thinks that you should be doing.
I think what's special too is that, like we talked about before, is that you guys all three are going through the same thing together at the same time. I mean, even though you're, being the fact that you're related aside, when you've got solo artists out there who are trying to make it right now, they don't have that person who is.
Yeah,
definitely.
That honestly would be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's amazing that you guys can lean on each other and go, hey, this is how I'm feeling today. And you're like, me too. This is how I'm dealing with that. I felt like that yesterday.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
That's special, man. That's special. Let's talk about Better Days, because we want to play Better Days all over the radio. Man, this song,
Dude, heck yeah.
Ooh, let's go.
you know what it reminds me of? This is the kind of song that on a Saturday or Sunday when people are driving up and down PCH trying to find a goddamn parking spot, and it's gonna keep them chill.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Dang, that's legit.
Yeah, that's
That's awesome.
crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna mellow them out. Otherwise, you're just like, oh, that was my spot. But I feel like that's what it does. It takes you to the beach on the weekend, and it does. It goes against everything out right now. So to the people who are going to listen to Better Days for the first time on the radio in Los Angeles, what should they listen for? Not only the message, but also is there a part of the song that you're like, man, we worked really hard on this 8 count. Let's see if people notice that. Or
Could I take the message?
take the message.
So just starting with the message, Better Days was so important for us to make because the last year, couple months have been pretty difficult for everyone, and we've all gone through ups and downs, and we really wanted, we were feeling that too, and we just wanted to make something that shows like there's brighter days to come, and if we all work together and if we actually like change our outlook on life, it'll make life a lot easier, and we'll get to like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, I think that's a really solid point. I think I have 2 things I would add to that to people that are listening to what they could look for. I mean, like what Lenny's saying, if you look at this song and you kind of like can change your outlook, like in Cam's hook, literally, I've had a lot of good days and I've had a lot of good times and some bad ones.
Mhm.
You know, it's really that simple. Like you don't have to overcome. Like we've all had good times and bad times. Like
Sure.
It's a very human
it's
thing.
a very human thing. Yeah, just today was good, yesterday was bad. Like you don't have to overthink it. We have good times and we have bad times. So I think that with that being said, like you don't like just don't make life something that it isn't. Like you're gonna have times where shit seems like it's going really well, and then you're gonna have times where it seems like it's not. And that's just normal, and don't feel alone in your struggles because we all experience ups and downs.
I mean, that's the scale, isn't it?
Exactly. And then I'd say a part that I would like want people to listen to, well, the whole thing, because I personally like, I love this song. I think the song's a bop or whatever you want to call it. But I would say like in the intro, there's these crazy harmonies that we like. I remember it being in the studio, like stacking these harmonies for like 30 minutes, like just looking at, okay, add this, like add this. Oh, this is just not dope. We're just going back and forth on these crazy harmonies. So I'd say at the intro, look for those harmonies.
Yeah, just be paying attention. As soon as you press play, don't have your friends talking to you.
Tell your friends.
guys, we're starting the song, and then when it starts, just let it take you, because right from the jump, like the song is definitely an experience.
Yeah, like this song brought you to the beach when you're not even at the beach. Like if you're just chilling,
Maybe snowing.
Yeah, you're at the
Still
beach
at the
when you're
beach.
listening to this.
All right, so everybody in the car, be quiet. Everybody be quiet. Let's play Better Days.
Right.
On Florida's Space Coast, we think you can have the best of both worlds. Kind of like right now. Driving, at your desk, maybe at the gym, but you're also grooving to some music. Visit us and you'll go to the beach and see a rocket launch. Or go kayaking and manatee spotting. It's all waiting for you on the only beach that doubles as a launch pad. Plan your adventure today at visitspacecoast.com.